Virginia's only science fiction convention. What's it about? Who runs it? Where did it come from? How long has it been happening? These questions have been asked of the staff numerous times. Rising Star is a general sci-fi convention currently held on the campus of Bluefield State College in Bluefield, West Virginia. It does not cover a specific television show or section of fandom such as books or costuming like other conventions. Rather, it covers a broad sampling of fan genres including fan films, tabletop gaming, anime,
let's chow down,
and fan fiction.
She's a little thing, but
Rising Star was actually started 17 years ago, as our name suggests. We came up from the ashes of Rovacon, which dissolved after, I think it was 20-some years, but I'm not sure. We wanted to keep conventions science fiction conventions going in the Roanoke Valley, and we decided to rename it and name it Rising Star and keep it going. And we used to hold them at Glenver High School. Actually, our first couple were at Salem Civic Center. That's how big we were. And then we moved to Glenver High School, and we still had a good crowd and a good following. And as other conventions arose and other activities come along, we felt that our best move would be to come to West Virginia, where there weren't too many, and where there was probably never a convention for people to come to here. So we thought this would be a good move, and it has been a good move.
There are a host of different events at Rising Star, each on a varied number of topics, from creative workshops on costuming and music writing.
And there's no heat in here, and there's not a thing wrong with that.
Well, Byron wants to have through any other type of Valentine other than Gothic.
To combat demonstrations by medieval enthusiasts, to presentations by local genre-related national TV stars.
A land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas, which reaches from the pit of man's fears to the summit of his knowledge. There's a signpost up ahead, your next stop, the Twilight Zone. That's how I thought to introduce myself, because it was the Twilight Zone.
There are also things to buy at Rising Star. Vendors from the comic and gaming industry, literary industry, and several novelty vendors ply their wares at the convention. There are many reasons why people keep coming back to Rising Star.
Let's see, why did I come to Rising Star? I think I came to Rising Star 10, it's the first one that I've been at. And a couple friends from Sci-Fi Club at VT had mentioned, oh, there's a convention this weekend, you should go, bring your costumes, everyone will love you. And I was, all right, I don't know what this place is. And I showed up, and a lot of people I knew were staff there, and found out about the event. It was a lot of fun.
What got me interested in fandom originally was back in about 1984. I heard about this science fiction thing going on down at the Roanoke Civic Center called Rovacon, and George Takei was the major guest, and I wanted to see George Takei. So I rattled up a few of my friends from college, and we went, and we had a ball. And that's when I started into competitive costuming and fandom generally, and that led me into Starfleet. And that led me into the SCA, and a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on in my life.
Friendships are formed that can last a lifetime.
The friends. The friends and the good time. We enjoy coming up just to see everybody and to meet new guests when we get the chance to bring them in, and just to hang out and have a good time.
After a while, fandom becomes your life. Fandom generally becomes the solid gravity-generating kernel that your whole life orbits. And you start planning things based on, well, I have to go to this con, and it's an X many hour drive, which means I need to leave work at such and such, you know, which assumes, of course, that you have the money to do this.
And of course, there are the stories.
There's all kinds of apocryphal stories that can be told at cons, but this one is true because I saw it happen. Across Williamson Road from the Roanoke Civic Center, there's a McDonald's. And on that Saturday, the crew at McDonald's were going berserk because all these people in weird outfits were trooping across 4 lanes of high speed, I don't care traffic for lunch. Well, I was wearing what I call a wizard suit. Okay, it was black with some colored trim, and it was a modified witch dress. Okay, and I had gotten my burger and fries, and I was sitting down and I was eating, and in comes this hairy monster. There's no other way to describe the man. He was like 6'6", 6'7", barrel-chested, bull-necked, huge, and he was just one big cloud of fur from head to foot. Okay, doing your basic furry idiot barbarian thing. And he goes up to the counter. Now the server was like this big and that big around, and the poor thing was terrified. You could just see how scared she was because she looked, and there was a hairy chest. And she looked up a little bit, and there's this giant bushy beard. A little further up, there were teeth in the beard. And there were 2 little bright blue eyes over the beard, and then more fur on top of it. Can I help you, sir? Well, I'm about to fall over laughing. And the guy goes, meat. Reaches into his furry kilt, pulls out a quarter, tosses it, cooked. You want fries with that? Fried what? French fries? Fried Frenchman. So she hands him a quarter pounder with cheese and fries and a Coke. He goes away happy. She goes to the back for a break. I caught up with the manager and told him she needed a raise right now just for dealing with that so beautiful. But stuff like that happens around us. And the weirder the story sounds, the truer it's likely to be.
At one of the early Rising Stars that was held at the Salem Civic Center. Since we didn't use the Coliseum that year, they were holding a country and western concert there while we were holding the convention in their meeting area. Well, we had a live action role playing going that year, and one of our people was an alien ambassador, and they had on a dinosaur head and the long satin robes and so forth. But like I said, there was also the country and western concert. Well, it let out, and one of the folks walked through just as the ambassador came around the corner. And he was your typical cowboy, blue jeans, plaid shirt, 10-gallon hat, dinner plate, belt buckle, and cowboy boots. And they stopped, stared at each other for a minute, and if you could have seen a word balloon over both of them, it would have been, man, what a stupid looking outfit.
People like that, telling stories on them makes our day. It's like, save the mundanes, we need them for breeding stock. Of course, we're not supposed to call them mundanes, but...
At the end of it all, Rising Star is an event that inspires many things. Creativity. Wonder. Yeah! A sense of family. Fun. So come join us and experience Rising Star.